All right, everybody, let's go ahead and take a look at the lesson. So today we're just talking about transformations of piecewise functions. That's just to move. Transformation is to move it up, down, or flip it. You don't change the shape, you just move it. So first of all, we're given z of x here in gray. And then what we're going to do is change it. So if they say z prime, that's that little thing. But z prime is a different graph, so it needs a different name. So we're going to take z of x and just move it up 3. So what I did is I moved z of x up 1, 2, 3. And here's the new graph in red, okay? So it's a move up 3 or a vertical translation up 3. It's a new graph, so it gets a new name. Z, that little notch there is called prime, z prime of x. Then we moved it, and we moved it down 4. So z double prime is the same graph, z of x, but we moved it down 4. So we went down 1, 2, 3, 4. It has a translation, move down 4. It's a new graph, so we give a new name. The new name is z double prime of x. Okay. We can also move them horizontally. So t of x is the one in gray right there. And t prime, which is our new graph, is to move it. Remember, it's the opposite. So we're going to go to the left 3. Move left 3. So horizontal translation left 3. So I just took the graph and move the entire graph over 1, 2, 3. So just a translation. So it's a new graph. We give it a new name, t prime of x. T double prime of x is going to be a new graph. We're going to take t of x. I'm going to move it to the right 1 because it's the opposite inside. So I took the entire graph. Here is the gray graph. I take the gray graph, which is t of x, and I move it 1 to the right. And there's my translation. Okay? Now, if we have a negative on the outside, we're going to take w of x, which is this gray graph here. If it's a negative, it's like saying the y's are negative. So if the y's are negative, then it's a reflection of the x-axis. So I took this graph here in gray, my w of x, and I rotated, or not rotated, but I flipped it over the x-axis. You can see it's a reflection. So up 2 is now down 2. Up 4 is now down 4, and so we get this graph here, okay? Now, the last one, b, is if it's a negative x, that means my x's become negative. So if I have an x here, it flips over the y to here. And if I have a negative x, a negative x makes it a positive x. So we did the blue, and we just take and rotate it over the y-axis. That's all I have. I had a worksheet for homework, worksheet 3.2, where you'll do a little bit of this. And that's all I have for today. So if you have any questions, come see me.